Good morning. It is the day after my day off, and I'm feeling a little rough. Having my coffee. I have a comment on my last video, and I wanted to read the second part. Uh, 8journey8 uh, left a really nice comment, long comment, and I wanted to add more to it than I wanted to text. So the first part, he was saying how much he loves technology and the future, and he lives in the middle of nowhere, and he saw a Google car, so that kind of told him that the the future is now. But I'm going to read this second part. I love the information age. I worry about the trade-offs, though. Children staying indoors, even in summer, playing games with virtual friends, adults too entertained by games and Facebook and social media, with the result that they opt out of political involvement and the real world goes to the dogs. People choosing not to participate in real life because cyberspace is too addictive. I think the trade-off is seriously worrisome. What do you think? And of course, if you ask me a question, I'm going to do my best to give you an answer, whether that is a good one or not. And I'm sorry about the camera is just not following. I think exactly the opposite is true for the most part. There's a lot of, well, I'll just go down the list. Children staying indoors, even in summers playing games with virtual friends. That one's going to happen. But I also remember as a kid, I would have my father pretend to ground me so I could stay indoors and read without my friends coming to pester me. It's a little weird. So we already have children staying indoors for a lot of things, and video games is going to be one of them. But the flip side to that is games are now interactive and social. So technology, even though they may be in a room by themselves, it's even more interactive with other people. So they're not just playing against computer people, they're talking, they have headsets, and they are getting a social interaction. Maybe not the face-to-face that we're used to. They're not out playing tag or baseball or throw the dirt clod at the stupid kid. So there's benefits. They're also not out, like I said, throwing dirt clods at the stupid kid. They're shooting them virtually over and over. I think they're becoming more social in different ways. It's just humans are going to be humans, and technology is just going to allow them to be as human and in a direction that they are most comfortable with. And until we get used to a lot of this technology, because it's all still really, really new, we're going to have obesity, some social outcasts, but I think social outcasts will have more of a venue through the internet. Adults too entertained by games and Facebook and social media, with the result that they opt out of the political involvement and the real world goes to dogs. Again, I have to say that I believe the opposite is true. I was, before the internet, really politically indifferent. I thought that voting was bullshit. I thought that speaking out and doing rallies, it's like, what do the powers that be care? But now with the internet, and there's been a couple programs talking about this, and some other YouTubers, where you see people, kids, also, particularly kids, on their phone, and they look like they're disconnected with reality. And then when they asked them what they were doing, they were saying, I'm, for marijuana, and I'm signing this petition and writing a letter. So they're being politically active with their electronic devices in ways that they would never have even bothered before. You get a Facebook meme, because I'm an anti-prohibitionist, and I see Facebook, sign up for United for Care or join this, and you make your voice heard more readily, and it's your voice that stays. So it's, I think, more politically, you can be more politically active with the internet. It's just in a different way. People choosing not to participate in real life because cyberspace is just too addictive. I suffer from some of that. I spend my mornings and my evenings on YouTube, but I spend a lot of time on it now. I used to go out and build things and clean and do other stuff outside of my room. That wasn't this. I still did YouTube quite a bit, but it's gotten a little bit more as I've gotten older and more sore. But that's just going to be the way it is. The future is changing. We're going to take the good with the bad. I think almost all of it is for the good, and we're going to have some bumps. But in general, I think that technology is making people more connected, making people less racist, less tribal. You're now being able to be involved in other people's lives and see what they're doing. I remember 20 years ago, you were mentioning the card catalog. If you wanted to know what somebody's life was like in Africa, you had to go find a book and some pictures and a columnist or you had to read something. Now you can just say, what's life like in Africa? And you get video after video and interviews, and you get all this information right from your desk. So you can see in depth into other people's lives. And I believe that's making people more empathic, so that, in fact, I know I'm not the only one. I'm getting this from other scientists and psychologists. It's making people less separate. There's less us and them, so we're less likely to want to bomb them because we understand that they are also people. They have lives just like us, and they have interests just like we do. So it makes us more connected in many other deeper ways. And I think for all its negatives, that alone is probably the biggest thing that's going to assist in saving the human race. Fingers crossed. Good morning. Thanks. Oh, thanks for the question.